The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning, Scotty Ray and Debbie. As we welcome in a Friday morning, we've got a little bit of dew outside, just a wee bit. It'll get your britches leg wet if you walk out there too much.
I know. Yesterday I thought we were supposed to have a cooler day, but it sure didn't feel cooler, did
No, it didn't.
It was, I think because I'd mentally set myself to think that, we're going to have a cool day, and that it was like 100 degrees, and I got my car and it said 107.
Yep.
And that was early in the morning. So what is it going to be today? Is it going to be another hot one?
Well, we got 90 is what we're looking for, 90 to 92. The heat index is not going to be as bad. Tomorrow we're looking at 100 on the heat index, maybe 97-ish today. But and while you're speaking of that, let's just go ahead and show what the next few days is going to look like of what is forecasted.
Nice.
Here we go, where everybody else can see this. This is the forecast. Today we're looking at 90, 30% chance of rain. Monday, we start getting a bigger chance, but not huge. As you look at that on Sunday, this will happen. Keep this in mind. That's not but a 20% chance of rain, but carry your umbrella with you because it's coming about 11 o'clock. So that's about the time that you're running late for church, and you can't get in there, and Wade's waiting at the door going, "Why you late? Why you late?" Isn't that what happens, Wade?
I would never do that.
Never. Wade, it's so good to see you.
It's good to be with y'all. I feel like I'm with the legendary duo right here, back in the
you're
saddle
legendary
again.
as well.
You were at the TV station how many years?
20.
20.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You don't even
yeah.
look like you. How old were you?
Well, I'm only, I started when I was 6. So.
Yeah, that's me.
And now
You were young. You weren't even married when you started, right?
I wasn't what? No,
You
I
weren't
wasn't.
married yet. Yeah,
No,
I remember that.
I was right out of college, so.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you've got a bunch of kids now.
Yeah, it happened real fast. I have a senior in high school now.
Oh, my goodness.
8th grader, yeah. It
Didn't know
happened
that.
So fast, yeah.
And you work with Brother Paul all day.
Oh, my
boy.
gosh. That has aged me more than anything, probably. So.
There is, in a few moments, we're going to talk about what y'all have going on with other area churches there. And as we were talking, I want to praise you on this because you have gone above and beyond to get an education. You went and you've graduated now, haven't you?
Yeah, I finished my doctorate of ministry in December at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. So
Great.
thank
That's
you, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
What an accomplishment.
I started in a completely different career, and I feel like I've been playing catch up for the last few years. So I just wanted to get every bit of education I could if I'm going to do it. So.
And that took and it is harder the older you get to go back, isn't it?
Yeah. Try to learn biblical Greek and Hebrew when you're 45 years old.
No.
It's like, It's just, it's hard, yeah.
and like when you preach, I'm not going to lie, sometimes I can hear a verse and I go, okay, I need a translation of what that really meant. Mm-hmm. And you have to.
Well, that's where Wade comes in, right? That's where you come in.
That's the preacher's job.
That's exactly
explain
right.
what it means. That's it.
Yeah.
So as we look at this now, this has been going on. What you hear talk about, there's a little thing called Love Out Loud. How many years has Northcrest been involved in this?
This is actually our 10th anniversary. We kicked this off 10 years ago this week. That first year was just us, Northcrest. We had about 75 people from the church who participated in it. And a couple of years later, we had another church ask us if they could come and be involved in it. And, of course, we welcomed them. And then over the years, we've had a few more come in. And now we'll probably have 25 to 30 churches next week who'll be participating in it. Yeah, it's great.
As we pull this up here, this is
amazing.
just what goes on with this. Love Out Loud Meridian is what it's called now. And is y'all going to have the Touch a Truck. Is there a schedule on here somewhere? Or
You can go to lolmeridian.com and
let's pull that up here. I got.
Is it the same concept, Touch a Truck, where you?
Yeah, that Tuesday night is just one of the events that we'll be doing throughout Love Out Loud. But the simple, it's a simple schedule. So every morning, Monday through Friday, we meet at the church at 8 o'clock in the morning, have a time of worship and devotional, and then by 9 we'll go out to about 25 different sites where we're doing mission work. You come in, you don't know what you want to do, that's fine. We've got a table with all kinds of places. You just sign up when you get there. you look and see what we have going on that morning. You say, you know something, I'd like to work with the Boys and Girls Club today.
Oh,
and
great.
so you sign up for that. Or I'd like to go and do random acts of kindness today. You can sign up for that. And there are people there who answer your questions. And we have missions for everything from, little kids to people in wheelchairs. No matter what your age is, there's something that you can do in some way that you can participate. And so we've tried to make it as simple as possible. If you want to go out and serve the Lord and share the love of Jesus, we want to make it as easy as possible for you.
Wayne Ainsworth, I understand, started that new program there of the ladies that couldn't get the suntan lotion on their back. He started that last year to get that. Most
I don't
places
think that's
you couldn't
part of it.
reach.
That's not one of your choices, is it, Wayne?
I'm not going to comment.
Don't participate in that. Yeah. Well, that's such a great concept. That's such a great idea to be able to hand off something that you can go out and serve the community with.
Well, it's a really simple concept, but I think it's really important. We asked ourselves a question as a church 10 years ago. If Northcrest disappeared off North Hill Street, would anybody in Meridian even notice or care? Are we making any real difference in our community?
Oh, you are.
And I think that's an important question for a lot of churches, for every church to ask. We felt like at the time, even though we were a large church and felt like we had a lot going on, that we weren't making any real difference in our community. And so we decided we were going to change that. And I feel like over the last 10 years, we've done that. We've made a difference.
Last year, if I remember correctly, y'all gave haircuts to folks that needed a haircut. Are y'all doing? Tell me some of the activities like the haircuts. What about the dentist thing?
So the haircuts we're not doing this year because the person who's over it is like 9 months pregnant. But so we'll go back to doing that next year. But we have, like I said, we have about 25 different missions we'll be doing. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be doing a multi-sport camp at Highland Park for the kids at the Boys and Girls Club. We will be doing what we just call random acts of kindness, which is everything from going and taking food to firefighters to hanging quarters on washing machines and laundromats to dropping. Sometimes we put popcorn on a red box machine, just simple things like that. Going and handing out water bottles at Bonita Lakes. That's one of our missions. We'll be working with Habitat for Humanity, with Center for Pregnancy Choices, with all of the different organizations that do a lot of great work in this community. And
I think y'all done some pain. There's folks that just can't get things. They can't do what they used
Little
to.
odd jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
We do things like that. Also, we go to the different schools and we help them get ready for the new school year. We'll prayer walk those schools. We're going to be we've got a group that's going to go and get all the buses cleaned up for the school year next week. So just all kinds of different things. And all you have to do if you want to serve is just simply show up on those mornings. The other thing we do is we have 3 worship services throughout the week. We do them at Temple Theater, and we try to make it a neutral spot for people maybe who you might not be interested or willing yet to go into the church doors. And we do 3 worship services at the Temple Theater, have special preaching and music. So y'all may know this name. Jordan Grizzard was one of the contestant on American Idol several years ago, and he made it to Hollywood, and they asked him to sing something that he didn't really agree with, and so he walked off the show and might have won the thing, but he walked off the show because he didn't think he could sing that song because of his beliefs. And now he leads worship at a large church in Arkansas. He and his wife will be leading worship for us, and then Marcus Hayes will be preaching. He's a pastor in Houston, great preacher. He's going to be great. On Sunday night, we're going to have some special time of prayer for our community. We're going to go to City Hall after the service, and we're going to pray for our community, pray for some of the violence that we're seeing in our community right now, and joining with other churches to do that. So we just want people to know that we love Meridian, Mississippi, that God loves Meridian, Mississippi, that we believe we have the ultimate answer to all of the problems that are going on, and that is the gospel of Jesus, and we're going to do everything we can to get that out there.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, this is spread also to other towns in the area. Doesn't Philadelphia do their own now?
Yeah, so about 3 years ago, Philadelphia, some folks in Philadelphia reached out to us and said, we'd like to do something like this, and we're like, well, we don't have a patent on this. We'd love for you to do it. And so we helped them get it started, and they've just taken it and run, and they do a Love Out Loud every year in June in Neshoba County.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we have a church in Union that's going to join us this year with the hopes of learning how to do it themselves, so they can go and do it in the town of Union. We've taken some of these concepts to other countries. We have a mission in
like New York or somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we
So far out of the country.
maybe one day in New York too. But we have a mission in Colombia. They've done some of these things. We have two former members of our church who we sent out to be missionaries in Uganda, and they've been using some of these concepts in Uganda too. Just you serve your community, you show them that you love them, and it opens a door to be able to talk about Jesus, and that's ultimately the goal. We want people to hear the good news of Jesus.
So everybody's invited.
Yes, absolutely.
No matter where you go to church, yes, everybody.
There are a lot of churches who've already been promoting this in their churches, and they're gonna be there and they're gonna be a part. But whether you heard about it in your church or not, or maybe this is the first time you've ever heard about it as a pastor, if you'll show up on any of those mornings, we tell people if you can serve all week long, or you can just carve out an hour during the week, we can find something for you to do. You just show up at 8:00 at the church. Any morning next week, and we'll have something for you to do.
And even if you don't have a church, show up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Even more so, Joe.
Yeah. We're as long as you're willing to come and serve Jesus, we want you there.
It's a great learning experience for you.
On another note, let me ask this: what time regularly does Brother Danny grab the gospel gun and jump up there and start preaching to folks? What is the schedule that goes on at Northcrest?
Do you mean during Love Out Loud or
just regular basis?
Oh, yeah, sure. So we have 3 services every Sunday: 9, 10:30, and 6:00. Those morning services are the same service. We just we need a little more room, so we do 2 services, and then we have another service at 6:00, and then on Wednesday nights we have a service at 6:30.
Well, good reasons.
You should have quizzed Scotty Ray on it, because he should know those.
Scotty Ray's there almost every Sunday.
Get that 9 a.m. service, and as you all know, we get kind of late.
Trying to hustle on in there, yeah.
Man, don't get in Angie's way, because she likes to drive to church and she'll bump in them holes. But y'all got a lot of parking. That's another thing that, and I'll say this about the church, because I joined with y'all. Y'all dunked me down the whole 9 yards there on Easter Sunday 2-3 years ago. But you think of a big church, you go, well, I'm not going to know anybody. It's really not that way. 'Cause I didn't come for years because I kept going, it's too big a church. I'm not going to know anybody. And it's not that way. It really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there for 20 years, and I'll admit that I don't know everybody's name. But you can know everybody's name. All you just need to know is a few people. And still, that's the best way to do it. Make some friends. You can, and it's easy to make friends. We have a church, I think, full of friendly people. So
that's absolutely right. Wade, we can't thank you enough. The dates of this again to help out.
Yeah, so we'll kick off Sunday night, this coming Sunday night at the Temple Theater at 7:00 with our worship service, and then Monday morning we will start at 8:00 in the gym at Northcrest, and we'll go all week long, starting at 8:00. And we're usually done with our different projects around lunch or a little bit after lunch. So if you got plans for the afternoon, that won't mess them up at all. So show up at 8:00 any morning in the gym at Northcrest, and you can get going.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank y'all so much for inviting me.
It's so good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
And you were right. This was your calling, wasn't it?
Glad to be able to sit in with the legends for a few minutes.
Oh, listen at you.
There you go.
Thank you, Wade. We thank you for coming in. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. California strawberries, 2 for $5. Fresh peaches, $1.99 a pound. Vidalia onions, a 3-pound bag, only $3.99. Heinz tomato ketchup, 32-ounce, $3.49. Boneless whole pork loin, $1.79 a pound. And boneless center cut pork chops family pack, $2.49 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
If you're getting ready to purchase land, make sure you have it surveyed. Contact our friends at the Woodlands Group. Maybe you're selling land, dividing land up. Whatever the case is, the Woodlands Group can help you there. They handle residential and commercial clients. And again, they specialize in property line location, site plans, and a whole lot more. Maybe you have a... And good morning.
Hey, somebody just asked, what channel on Comcast can you watch us on Fox? And it's channel 10. But I think it immediately takes you to the HD.
Yeah, you can watch it.
I don't know what the HD channel is, but I know
I
it's
can tape it and
channel
show it to
10.
you.
I don't think
No, that's
anybody
okay.
knows any
I'm good with
HD
that.
channel. You know, you flip over, you hit the button, and
It doesn't, because on mine, you hit channel 10 and it's going to immediately take you to the HD, which is probably like, I don't know, 900 and something.
Right.
But
Jessica wanted to know what she missed. That was Love Out Loud as the churches come together in Meridian to help those that need a little help during the year.
Denise says she still misses Wade on WTOK.
Does she? Go ahead, girl.
Hey, my cousin is on there. All my family is listening from Tennessee.
Missouri joins us.
My sister, Deanne. I got all my fans. My sister, my cousin.
Heather
my
says she's
built-in people.
missed us. Believe that or not.
Oh, thank you, Heather.
Yeah,
that
we
was really
appreciate
nice. Yeah.
Lots going on this morning. Dylan Ray going to help us over here this morning. I do appreciate you coming back in. He's got a...
Who is that standing behind you? What is that picture?
That is Dale Jr.
Dale Jr.
Big Dale.
Okay.
Big Dale is there. That was a gift, as a matter of fact. That's like a
Is that like?
collector's
Oh,
item.
that's a. Oh, okay, I see it.
Coca-Cola machine.
poor
Yeah.
guy has a chunk of his legs blown out, sadly.
Somebody asked me the other day,
Mm-hmm.
is Dylan in a different room? No. It's just the different angle of the camera, and that's the other side of the room.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
When we change studios, I think a couple weeks, it could be a tad longer. We're really close to being complete. It'll have a different look. Dylan is working on the camera angles. We got in a whole pile of stuff on the floor over there that we're going to be able to mount the cameras differently.
Right,
And
right.
hopefully it'll look a little better. That's what we're
I
aiming
know
for.
he was messing with the camera earlier before we went on the air,
Oh, Lord.
and he zoomed it in right on my face. That is the worst you could do to somebody right before they're going to go on TV. That zoomed straight into your face. It's kind of like when you get older and you get a magnifying glass up to your face. Wah! Or you look down into, accidentally turn your camera on your phone and you look down into it.
Is you?
Is it me?
Or is it?
Is it a
Mel?
remnant of me? Huh? What?
We got a comment from Brian McCary saying, "Good morning from Why Not. Don't forget we have Why Not Trade Day tomorrow." Y'all know
Yeah.
anything about that?
Yeah, that's going on. The raising money for the ball field and the community center is what they're doing. And they got a lot of things that happen there tomorrow. If you can just drop out to Why Not, can't miss it.
Somebody said, please tell me that's your daughter's voice on the Patrick Allen commercial.
Yes, it is. That's Madison.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, what a great job.
Yeah, that's her.
Just a bunch of talent running in this family.
Now, let's get into a few local things this morning and talk about this. Now, we found out, I got a message from a guy yesterday that said, hey, my truck was stolen. Would you mind talking about this? And so we got it out there. And let me show you what this looked like. This is what was stolen here. Now, this was the tag number. And it would be into the afternoon. This was a 99 Chevrolet. Regardless of, you don't want your stuff stolen. And
Yeah.
that's what happened. Someone located it, Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department recovered it late yesterday afternoon. But on top of this, and I bring this up because this is the MO of what thieves do in absolutely every one of these. I want to show you in the video of them stealing his truck. Now, the synopsis of how this works. Every robbery that we've had of cars being stolen and things taken out of it, they go up, they look for cars that are unlocked.
Right.
Then they move down the street and they steal a car for the next robbery, is what they do. And you will see that they've been dropped off in the neighborhood by somebody with their headlights off, and after they steal everything, they pick them up, and then they take an extra car with them. Here's video from that from yesterday. If you'll notice, these are the two suspects that are going through cars here.
Oh, makes
Now-
me so mad.
Here they go, and they're going down, and they're going to these cars down in here, is what they do. As you'll see, he's going to this truck. This is the one that they're going to steal. This fella here is going on up in here to take whatever he can out of these cars back there in the back. I'll speed this up so we won't be here as long. As you'll see, he touched the brake lights as he takes what he wants out of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's zoom on down through here. They're going to have a pickup here in just a second. He hadn't got there yet. All right, here comes the car right here, if you'll notice on the screen.
I see it.
He's going to hide in the bushes to be picked up. He's running back. He hadn't stolen that yet. And I'm sure police listen to that because they say a name. He calls out a name. All right, they're being picked up. And I'm going to guess probably that this car is stolen also. Now, why they handled it this way, he drops off what he's taken. Now he's going to steal the truck. And they make their
So they
exit.
didn't steal this truck.
Right.
They stole the other truck.
Correct.
So why did they not steal this one? So
They just
were
took
probably-
what they wanted.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that one was easier to hotwire. I'm not exactly sure, but you'll see the dog's upset. You can hear it barking in the background. Mm-hmm. And then the headlights are fixing to come on, and off into the distance they will drive with the vehicle.
I hate that.
Now, what they
I hate a
want-
thief.
There he goes.
So do you think they just had a key? Did they hotwire it?
I'm not sure. I hadn't talked
There,
to the.
it seems like there was no time.
Well, if you remember, he went over there to begin with.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
he could have done it then. But maybe there was an extra key somewhere hidden. I'm not sure. I didn't talk to the owner. Where this was in relation, so that you'll know, this was up Highway 39. When you get to the red light where Briarwood is, you go straight. It's the subdivision on the left there is where this was stolen from. And I say that to show you that there is absolutely nowhere in Meridian that can't be broken into. A few months back, we had up at, what's the one on the subdivision where you and I flipped the house? Briarwood and up in Eagle Point. They were hit.
Yeah.
Every single subdivision.
Oh, it doesn't matter
has
where
their
you
turn.
live. It does not matter where you live. They'll come at if they're looking for it, they'll come get it. It doesn't matter.
They will. And so I urge you, with this, knowing this knowledge of watching what went on, lock your cars. Don't leave anything then it's a value. It's hard not to, because you come in from work, you're in a hurry, and you slam the door and you jump out. But that's what they're after, is that person who jumped out of the car and left something that they can go sell for drugs or whatever it is that they do.
Another place that's a big, where they do a lot of breaking into cars, is Bonita Lakes Park.
Yeah, if you're on the trails.
The best place to park is in plain sight, like where there's a lot of activity.
Yeah.
Not that they don't get you anyway, but I never, if I go to walk the trails or anything, I always leave everything at home. I take my driver's license, stick it down somewhere, and leave everything else. Take my phone with me. But yeah, that little area above the dam, to me, is probably one of the safest. But if you start parking in those little areas way back, and yeah, I think that's just kind of asking for it some days. Hey, Randy Barrett, we went to elementary school together.
Really?
From Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Hey,
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
Glad to meet you there.
Glad to know that I've got some listeners in Tennessee.
There you go.
Tell everybody we went to school with. Where's my old boyfriend? Who is my old boyfriend?
He's trying to forget that experience.
No, Brandy wasn't my boyfriend.
No, I'm saying that's why he's not
My
watching.
old boyfriend.
He's running.
Real quick, I just got to tell you this.
What?
I made my mom years ago.
Stalk
we
him?
stalked the old boyfriend. He was my boyfriend in first grade.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name because he might be on here. But we stalked and found his house, and anyway, pulled up and his bum came out, and we had to talk to
Again?
yeah. And I was on, like 55 years old.
Like,
She was like,
whoops.
leave him alone. Anyway, move on to this next beautiful video here.
Now, a lot of you, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department got involved with this. Now, one of the biggest things, as we just talked about, is stolen cars. There are so many in the Meridian area, I can't keep up with them.
Mm-hmm.
The only true way is for you to notify me that you've had a car stolen, and we can go from there to help put the messages out there. It's a lot. We've had them stolen from dealerships. We've had them stolen from individuals. People that leave them running to go into a store to get a drink. They come back out, car's gone. There was another one, and Donna Jill said to tell y'all thank you, someone that was close to her, that their car was stolen. But the police make a routine stop yesterday, and they run the tag number and discover, whoa, it's a hot car. It's been stolen. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the culprit may have been dressed in camouflage, so to speak, to throw things off. It was a guy that may have been dressed with a woman's dress on to throw people off.
Well, I can say from firsthand experience, he was wearing, it could have been guy tights, but it looked like girl tights, and it was just very tight.
It
and
started
a tank
out with
top.
the tank top,
And I think he
lost
might have
that.
been dressed as a female.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was not a female. I happened up on this.
You did. Now, what happens, to give you the backstory before you see this picture of what went on, the police pull him over, and they run the tag number, discover the car is stolen. They walk back to the car and turn around, and next thing you know, he's on foot, and a foot chase begins. And then everybody within 6 miles shows up. All the cops do.
Every
Even
police
Ward,
officer,
wasn't he
sheriff's department, everybody, narcotics, everybody was looking over bridges and in various places. You saw them everywhere, spread out. They had a wide perimeter searching for him.
And this is it.
Yeah, I had that air on strong. There he is. He was sweating. Whoa. So I think he originally had a tank top on.
Yeah, he lost some clothes during the chase of that. And what happened was he ran down that hill behind Walmart in between there and Nelson Hall Chevrolet, ran through the bushes, as they say, and was caught somewhere behind GameStop. And that's in front of GameStop there across from New South 4.
And it seems like whoever the vehicle was stolen from was standing out there because he was holding the title and showing a police officer the title. So, I'm sure that was related. It had to be. So I don't know what the vehicle was or anything.
That did happen, and that's a all too familiar scene of what went on yesterday. And we do all of this by saying, make sure to lock your cars, make sure, and again, that doesn't stop anything from getting stolen. It just makes it a little bit harder for people to take something that's yours.
Yeah.
So a little recap on that. We got a lot more coming up we'll talk about. Let me see here. We even had a fender bender, and this is an all too familiar place. And Dylan, you've gone over to get yourself a Dairy Queen sandwich.
No, once or twice.
And, this seems to happen all the time.
That is a bad area.
Yeah, it really is.
There's constantly wrecks over there. Why is that?
People get in a hurry. They get to that middle place, and then they think, I can beat the car.
You think that's it?
I've seen it happen there. I don't know
You
if
mean
this
trying
was-
to cross over 39? That
Yeah.
is 39 at that point.
Highway
right?
39,
Yeah.
right next to the-
39, it's right
Somebody's picking
before
up a
that-
piece of their car. Let me
next to
just
the-
grab that hubcap and throw it on in there.
But as I mentioned this morning about this, that there's 3 areas there on 39 that is always bad. Right there by Dairy Queen, right up from there where that laundromat is, and then on up by the red light at North Hill Street in 39, there at Hardee's. Always someone driving along that kind of forgets there's a red light there.
Yeah. I'll tell you another place that's really bad is when you're coming off the interstate over by the airport. If you're stopped at that light.
Which red light?
Okay, so you're coming from the east, looping around.
Airport
you get to
exit?
the airport exit,
Okay.
and you're at that light.
Next to Waters International.
Yes.
Okay. And there's somebody
I've
beating
almost
on your
been-
car window going, hey, I need $25.
Yeah, well,
Would
are
you
they
give it
trying to
me?
sell you something? Yeah, somebody's always there. They're
Yeah.
distracting you, and then the light will turn,
Yeah.
and it's your turn. And coming down highway, what is that? 1180 or 80? 11. They come flying through that red light. I've had that happen so many times. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Where you can go
That's
straight
scary.
the back way into the co-op.
I mean, I felt like one time I escaped death right there. I really do, because a car was coming at me and I just happened to notice it.
And then for the rest of everybody, they've changed the name of that. At that red light left is Highway 19 now. It's no longer 11.
That all confuses me over there. It's either 19, 11. It turns into,
Yeah, it is
I don't know.
confusing.
Yeah.
By all means there. And we also, here's another example.
Where
This
is
is North Hill Street. Let's go over there. Yep, trying to get away from Kentucky Fried Chicken, trying to cross over, or from the bank, you're going to get hit.
That's a mess. That is a mess right there.
It,
Because there's too many businesses trying to get in and out, and
Yeah, you're
turning
better to
and-
take a right turn, go up somewhere,
yeah.
and loop back around, because it just gets you.
right at that street light up by the Walgreens.
Uh-huh.
Walgreens wasn't there then, but I was sitting at that light one time, and
What happened?
I just got my hair done. I was looking at it in the mirror and playing
Oh.
with it, and I let off my brake and I rolled backwards into somebody's car, and the woman got out and thought she did it.
What'd you say?
I'm ending the story right there. That's the end of the story.
Don't tell anymore. Oh, that's
It
funny.
was just a vanity check. I was doing that vanity check, and then next thing I know, all over another car.
We were talking about Highway 19. We had someone say they just call that now Bullet Boulevard.
Yeah.
That is a great name.
Highway 19, what part of it? Bullet. Oh.
From there to College Park.
Yeah.
Bullet
Yeah, you're
Boulevard.
right.
I'll have to remember that.
I know there's some areas if I have to stop and get gas, I get a little scared
You got a question?
because there's a lot of what came first, the chicken or the car? Who says that? What? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
Oh, there's another one calling it Gangster Alley on that area there.
I mean, it's not just one area. There's several areas
Yeah, all
that kind
through-
of spook me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's every town. I'm not saying it's just Meridian because I trust me, I go to enough different towns that there's areas that you just don't want to be in.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, we've got a few of those nowadays. We do.
Yeah.
We don't try to hide anything. We tell the truth of what goes on.
I like the name Bullet Boulevard.
That is just too good.
It's pretty clever. I like it.
I think that's in my beat, as Scotty Ray likes to call it.
Yep. Debbie's got her side.
I've got my side, and he's got his side where we do the crime beat. And if he calls me and says, I think there's something going on, I have to load up
to
my crime
jump.
dog and go investigate.
I had Dylan on bridge duty the other day taking pictures of a broken bridge.
Where was that? I don't want to drive over it. Was it really broken?
Yeah, they closed it.
Yeah, down
Oh,
on
is that the one-
Bunt and Gun.
Bunt and Gun?
You know about the Bunt and Gun Bridge?
I love that name, Bunt and Gun.
We love the Bunt and Gun Bridge. You know, they had the loose gravel, and there was people.
Oh,
their
yeah.
hands were sticking out of the gravel because they were sinking into it.
They just dumped a little bit too much gravel over there.
It did. Good morning, everyone. We've got a lot more coming up in just a second. We'll look back at a few things that happened on this day. All that's up and coming. We want you to stay with us as we start it's Friday, isn't it?
It's Friday, thank goodness.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. California strawberries, 2 for $5. Fresh peaches, $1.99 a pound. Vidalia onions, a 3-pound bag, only $3.99. Heinz tomato ketchup, 32 ounce, $3.49. Boneless whole pork loin, $1.79 a pound. And boneless center cut pork chops family pack, $2.49 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk. And good morning. Scotty Ray and Debbie. Dylan Ray helping us out this morning. We had some comments you were going to share with us, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas Rogers said that he wanted to wish a good happy birthday to his wife, Kay Rogers. So happy birthday to you on this July 15th. And I just wanted to point out of all the people shouting out where they're from this morning. So we got Lily from Kemper, Deborah from Union, Mississippi, Erica from Causeyville, Kathy from Bailey, Jerry from Shabuda, and Donna from Philadelphia. And we got a couple people from outside of Mississippi. We had Blake shouting out from Dothan, Alabama.
Blake, I know Blake. Hey,
You know
Blake. Yeah.
Nice. April Roberts shouting out from Missouri, and as you pointed out, Randy from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You know, I actually looked up Murfreesboro.
Oh, that's my nephew.
Because I didn't believe that it existed. And
In Murfreesboro?
yeah, I was like, he's got to be just like throwing out a fake name just to see if he can get it read on it. No, that's a real town. And
It's a pretty large town now too. It's like 100, well over 100,000.
The very first thing that came up when I looked it up was cops sharing what I believe is an image of some 8-year-olds driving a car, asking if they stole something from a Kroger.
That's
something.
Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
No, Murfreesboro actually is the dead center of Middle Tennessee.
Battle of Murfreesboro.
That's what.
Big
Yeah,
one.
the Battle of Murfreesboro. Hey, there's my nephew, Daniel. Hey, Daniel, I love you.
From Nashville. Look at that. Just adding to the list.
Well, it just keeps going
Anyway,
there.
I just wanted to show how uneducated I was on television.
I wonder why Lonnie
thinks
thinks I've had a hard week. It has been, Lonnie.
She's been like,
Lonnie,
please
and
don't make me come back.
Is that
please."
Lonnie or Lenny? No, I mean, actually, I was very hesitant to do this because it's been 11 years, you know? I do have 11 years worth of stories built up. So
You need to get out
I
of your
got
head.
a lot to say, but it's been a lot of fun. It's not been as
Stressful, is that the way to
yeah.
word it?
Well, I'll tell you what makes it easier is going an hour. When we were on air, we had to go 3 solid hours every day. And I think they moved it to 4 one time.
Yeah, they did.
That
We
was
refused to do it.
horrendous. You really run out of steam at 4 hours.
You do. All right, let's take a look at what happened on this day. One of the things I remember as a kid, back in the 1970s, there was a big controversy going on in America. And it was truckers. And it was the guy that worked for a company, and it was the guy that owned his own rig that was trying to make a living. Well, the union went up against those boys that owned their own stuff. And they come out, and this was really going on. It was a lot of fights, it was a lot of kicking, and they did a movie called White Line Fever.
Yes.
And it really tracked what was going on in America. Who remembers this guy?
I do. Me.
Jan Michael Vincent. And it would be the Blue Mule that he drove.
Do you know every girl loved him so much? I have 2 twin cousins that was their man, Jan Michael Vincent.
He was
in another a real romantic movie too.
Done a lot of karate stuff. And, he's passed away now. It's so hard to believe that. Jan Michael Vincent.
It's just hard to believe everybody's. You look at pictures like that, and then we all
Yeah.
age. It
Then
all
you look
happens.
at the current.
Look at Rhonda.
I remember
Linda.
Hank Jr.
Linda Ronstadt.
Junior singing about this. He said, I'm in love with, if you don't like Hank Williams, was the name of the song. And he goes, and I'm in love with Linda Ronstadt. Well, she was born on this day back in 46. She looks absolutely nothing like that
Well,
now.
should she?
I was hoping
Scotty
so.
Ray.
I was really
She
hoping
still
so.
performs.
She was a beautiful woman in her day.
Yeah, she's still a beautiful woman. Scotty Ray.
Okay.
Just because you get older doesn't mean you can't be beautiful.
Okay.
In your age.
Sound like you want to sing that song "Beautiful Me" or something.
No, I'm trying to defend all of us old ladies. We got something. It's not
let's see,
horrifying.
think back. It was "When Will I Be Loved?" 2 More Bottles of Wine. Did she sing that? Didn't she do a version of that?
I don't know. You're asking me stuff I don't
Moved
know.
out. Okay. All right. Anyway,
You go so deep into an album or something, I just can't keep up with.
1957. This old boy was actually born Red Bay, Alabama, but it wouldn't be long that he moved to Mississippi as a kid, and he claims Mississippi as his home. He has written. When you hear songs, you go, "Oh my gosh, this guy wrote that." Mac McAnally is who I'm talking about. He's alive and well in Nashville now. Let me hit this button here.
Didn't we have him for a songwriters or something?
He did come here for Jimmy Rogers.
When you accidentally interviewed the.
It wasn't the same show, but yes. If you'll remember Sawyer Brown all these years, you remember Kenny Chesney?
Oh, yeah.
He did Back Where I Come From, but it was originally I'm an Old Mississippian. The Boys and Me, Cafe on the Corner. One of the biggest songs that you'll see listed on there is Alabama's Old Flame. I Saw You Staring at Each Other. He's the guy that's responsible for writing that. Pretty neat little story there.
Yeah, I do. But I remember him coming here. I do.
McAnally.
Yeah, and I think we went to a Bluebird Cafe or something and saw
we
him
did.
there. Yeah.
Been many a moon ago.
I got to dance with him. Remember
Yes,
on
I remember
stage.
this.
When I die, I want to make sure somebody mentions this because to me it was the biggest thing out of everything I've ever done. Is I got to go on stage and do the twist with Chubby Checkers.
That was back in the day
And
at the
I mean-
Silver Star.
It was the best. It was
1960,
iconic.
it was released to radio on this day. Now, it was another version of that before that, but his version is the one that teenagers liked and took off with.
Yeah, and I have 0 pictures of that.
We didn't take pictures of
Why did we not
anything.
take pictures of that? Because Mike was there, so I have witnesses. Because he just got me from the crowd, and I got to go up on stage, and I was doing the twist, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my mom did the twist. We're doing the twist up here. This was crazy."
With Chubby.
With Chubby Checkers.
Now, one of the funniest comedians that you will find is this guy here. He's born in 1968. He's been in a lot of movies. Anybody ever remember Eddie Griffin?
I don't. Who is he?
What was that show, Dylan, that he was in about the high school, about the new kid where he goes to school and Eddie's in prison and he goes to him to learn how to fight and take care of himself at the school? The New Kid, I think, something like that.
Watch out now.
I don't know. You
can't
stumped
answer
me
this.
on this one. I
Eddie
don't know
Griffin
him.
is funny. He is truly a funny guy.
Oh.
Y'all are not
We'll
helping
we'll
at all
take
on
you
this.
at your word, my friend.
Okay.
You're
Let's
gonna have
move
to show
on.
me this
Let's
weekend,
move
I
right
guess.
along.
I know David Cassidy, the Partridge Family.
Oh,
Let's go back to 72 TV Guide today. This is what you would see at the
Couldn't
grocery
live
store.
without it. Couldn't live without the TV guide back then.
No, you couldn't. You didn't know what was going to happen.
I studied that TV guide like I was getting tested at the end of the week, like I was going to have an exam. We got the TV guide. You did the crossword puzzles. You studied up on the TV guide to know what you were going to watch.
That's right.
And it would tell a little brief description of what the show was going to be about. Mm-hmm. You know, do you remember that? Or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. For about 4 years, we didn't even have a TV. I remember that part well.
Why did you not have a TV?
It died, and no one went and bought one. So we didn't have TV. We'd go to school, and everybody else would be talking about what was on TV,
and you'd just lie and make up stuff and say, well, I saw.
Captain Kangaroo.
Just make up.
But that sure happened.
I love me some I had some kangaroo bangs, Captain Kangaroo bangs one time.
Like me some Captain. 1988, this would be a phenomenal. And at some point after this, it became a Christmas classic, which I still don't quite understand. But okay, if y'all want to call it that. Bruce Willis debuted on this date back in '88, and it made him who he is, no matter how you slice it.
Because it was filmed around Christmas. Is that why?
I think the movie was set on Christmas.
It was?
All the events of the movie take place on Christmas Day or something like that. And it's become, if you have nothing to say at a party, you read this online and you bring it up and try to come across as very clever. That you too read online that Die Hard took place on Christmas, thus it is a Christmas movie.
And it starts a huge debate with everybody.
Supposedly it makes people angry. I don't know. Most people I know just go, all right. And
that's not a Christmas.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Tell me if the TV show, if I'm right on this, Family Matters, which would be the daddy from that was a cop, in the movie where he gets shot at. Wasn't it Family Matters him and Urkel went on to be in? Wasn't that the name of the show, Family Matters, with Steve Urkel?
Yeah.
That's
Family Matters.
But if you, and I can't remember his character's name, but you remember he gets shot at backing out of there with the Twinkie?
God, you have such a memory of things.
Yeah,
no, I don't
remember.
I don't know, but somebody said it's a Christmas movie to me.
Okay, we'll take y'all's word at it.
And really sad about Bruce Willis and
his memory.
He's got his
He was just in Jackson not long ago filming one of his last probably movies he'll ever do.
You're really digging up some old folks here, Scotty Ray.
You can't. If you grew up in the 70s.
I know all of these people, except for that Eddie dude.
Mr. Game Show is what he was. And then you were somebody if you made it to the Love Boat. Mm-hmm. Bert Convoy passed away.
It's not Convoy.
How do you say
Bert Convy.
Convy. Oh, yeah, there's not an O there. That was close.
Yeah, it's Bert Convy. And Love Boat, woo, what a big show.
It was.
The plane.
All of them were on that. That was actually a different
show. That was that was
Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island. Yeah, Love Boat. But didn't the Love Boat go to Fantasy Island one time? Maybe I had a dream. I don't know.
You may have. I don't remember it being there.
Maybe I thought it should go to Fantasy Island.
The little guy. I'm
just trying to correct what I just said, but I loved the Love Boat, and I loved. And what was the girl with the little short haircut?
On what show?
On the Love Boat.
On the Love Boat, Julie.
She was always an activity person. Yeah.
Gopher and all the gang, Isaac.
Yeah.
And Doc.
Yeah.
And many other people that visited that show.
Bert hosted Tattletale.
He sure did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bill said history's full of a lot of old folks, didn't he?
Yep.
Who remembers back in 2005 on this date, this movie, and a lot of guys do this. They even crash, funerals also for dates. This was a big hit, The Wedding Crashers.
Mm-hmm. That was a good movie. Dylan, have you seen that? Have you watched a movie?
I haven't seen any movies ever. I do remember when that came out, and I do know that I don't see Owen Wilson's name ever anymore, or Vince Vaughn really.
I think he had some kind of issue for a little bit.
Yeah, he had check in somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he did a rom-com recently, right?
I don't know, but I think he's back. I mean...
Yeah, I do think he's back.
I think his best shows would be the Shanghai Noon series there with... I'll think of his name here in a minute. You did watch that, didn't you?
The what?
Shanghai Noon.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It was good. It was good.
Funny.
I don't remember all the details like you probably do, but... Yeah, I
don't watch that many movies, so they always stick out. Because I don't like bad movies. And so it's really got to impress me before I watch it. Like Con Air. I mean, I probably know every line in that show, or Josie Wells. But these fly-by-night movies, I just don't watch a lot of them.
Well, I mean, I can watch a movie and truly enjoy it. But if you ask me about it the next day, about any details...
Jackie Chan.
Oh, well, Jackie Chan. remember Jackie Chan.
And I'm going to mispronounce this one, but I'm telling y'all, if you ain't never seen it, now there's doubtful that anybody has not seen it, but I'm fisting to mispronounce it. The Shame.
No.
How you say it?
Well, you stop talking for a second. Shawshank Redemption.
That's it.
If you said it one more time, I would have never even
I was about to
known
say
it.
I was confused. Too
He
about
was confused.
the Shane Shark Redemption. You know Shane Shark.
Swisher Sweets.
That is
Shawshank.
really-
Swisher Sweets
Yeah,
Redemption.
it's Shawshank.
What a movie. What a movie.
That's a
It would
good
be
movie.
2006 that this would be a part of your life, and not as many people use it as you think they do, as we
I do.
find out. Twitter launched on this day back in 06.
I'm a hardcore Twitter. I don't ever post, but that's where I get all my news. I've got it set
The
up
headlines.
perfectly to get all my news headlines. And it's shocking to me though that it's been around since 2006.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Do you realize that's almost 20 years ago?
Yeah, I remember 06 very well. I do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you do.
We'll leave that at that,
It
won't
was
we?
the day the microphone was turned off
It was.
Um,
Click.
by no choice of yours.
Ruh-roh. Where's my microphone?
But yeah, Twitter. Hey, I actually got to go to the headquarters of the Snapchat and got my picture made with the Snapchat.
No, really.
You know what I'm talking
Where
about when
was
it
that?
first came out in California,
Really?
where they all sit in the grass and do their work on
I see.
laptops, drinking lattes.
They're a little different than us, y'all.
They do.
We're going to tell you that.
Well, they probably can go outside. You know,
Yeah, 'cause it's
whenever the
nice.
humidity isn't reaching inside your laptop to rust every little bit of.
Right,
Yeah.
because it never rains in
You
Southern
walk out
California.
here, you pass out. You're dripping wet. With
I mean, I have a nice front porch, and sometimes I think, I need to utilize it and sit out there and work. 5 seconds into it, I'm like, this
That's
is
a bad idea.
no fun.
Let's take a minute and talk about our friends over at the Farm Supply. Lauderdale County is where you find them. They've been there since 32, Debbie. They got all types of T-shirts that you're looking for, any fishing gear that you might be looking for to take someone fishing. Take a kid fishing. Get a rod, get a lure. They've got it, including all this sod that's there if you need something done to your yard. And patio furniture. Make it look better. We all got a bad habit of using that furniture till it just falls apart. Get it replaced. Make it look good.
Yeah, and they have the latest and greatest, the updated furniture and all the, I mean, anything from T-shirts to oh, there you go, beautiful flowers. You've got your sod, you've got fishing gear.
Ball
They
caps,
have everything.
overalls.
I've always loved Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They've always done a great job keeping it stocked with a variety.
Yeah, for your pets, they got all of that there for you. And if you want to feed your cows, horses, whatever it is, they've got it. Sweet Feed and more with
Yeah.
ammo. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151. Drop in and visit with them today.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is having a 10-year anniversary celebration blowout. Absolutely no sales tax on used firearms. 25% off all gun cleaning and gun care accessories. And a free box of ammo with every purchase of a new Glock pistol. 50% off all pawn electronics. 50% off on pawn tools. 25% off on all jewelry. Huge markdowns throughout the store. It's the Rock House 10-year anniversary celebration blowout. 5430 Highway 19 North. As we look at a few of the headlines across America, and you wonder, how could they be making that many mistakes in Washington? Well, here's a little sample of that. You take Biden's administration, most only have about 2 to maybe a tad over 2 years' experience of working in the real world. It takes folks a little bit of time to get a lot of experience and know what they're doing to lead a nation. And his top advisors, about 2 years on average.
I wonder why.
Because I'll leave that at that. I won't.
Because
go on.
what?
That's what they do. They don't really put a lot of thought into who's best for the job.
I don't know, but did you see the video of AOC? How do
What'd
you
she
say
do?
her name? You know who I'm talking about.
AOC.
Where the guy was heckling her and was, yelling out things about her booty and stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? And then she jumps back in and goes after him. But I guess the best part of it, somebody took a clip of what she said and then they had Donald Trump and the little meme they put together.
I hadn't seen
which is
that.
all over the internet. It's pretty funny.
I need to look it up.
Yeah, but that guy was just, I mean, he was just yelling stuff. She should have just ignored him if
You
it was
have to.
bothering her. Yeah.
We found out this morning that a ex-Carolina Panther who was in the NFL has passed away, 45 years old, Rashford Anderson. Condolences to that family member. And then, of course, the next thing that happened yesterday that is everywhere now is Ivana, who has passed away at, 73?
That, she's only 73. And, you know, she was supposed to have her hair done, and she had not shown up. And so they did a welfare check and got over there, and she was unresponsive at the bottom of her stairs, from what I read. And they didn't know if she had had a heart attack and fell down the stairs, or she fell down the stairs and something, you know.
Right.
But I guess they'll have to do an autopsy. But that's really sad because she was actually about to get her hair done and go to Saint-Tropez.
I don't even know where that is, but...
Well, if you saw it, you would think it was Saint-Tropez.
Yeah.
But I think it's... See, it says Saint-Tropez.
Where is
I
it?
think that's the way you say it, Saint-Tropez. Right there. Do you see it?
I see
Look
new
at it.
townhouse.
It says, go down.
Oh, St. Tropez. Let's just go ahead and
I
throw
knew
that
he
name
would
out.
slaughter it, so I thought, well, I'll just try to say that. But anyway, she was supposed to be going there, so they did have where Eric Trump and his wife, what's her name, Laura?
Yeah.
Were coming out of the townhome, and he just said, this is a very sad day for us. It was a shocker. She's 73. That's very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all see this where we actually in the state of Mississippi have topped the list? If you're trying to beat inflation, Mississippi is ranked the #1 state to move to where things are cheaper than anywhere else.
I agree. I tell my family all the time, you need to. Middle Tennessee is ridiculous as far as prices. And I always say, you know what? Sell your homes. We could get a big old compound down here.
Yep.
I mean, and live like kings and queens.
We got #1 Mississippi, Kansas is second, Alabama comes in third for cheaper prices there. So glad to be on top finally in something that's not negative for our state.
Yeah, and if you're if you retire and you want to sell your home and come down here,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about the job market, you know.
Now, we talked about this several times this week about the lady that picked up the $1 bill and they thought she had fentanyl. Scientists are saying that couldn't have happened. That's what they're saying. I don't know that they know
I
what
thought
they're
it
talking
could.
about.
I thought it could penetrate your.
Experts say the person cannot overdose on fentanyl from a physical contact alone. Is what
Okay.
the doctors are saying.
I don't know, but did you see that bust? What state it was? It was like, I don't even know, a
I thought you
gazillion
brought up a
pounds
picture
of.
of Leanne Womack again. I was
No,
gonna say,
it was
yeah, I
like a
saw that.
gazillion pounds of fentanyl.
No, I missed that.
Oh yeah, it was in the news last night. Sorry, I don't know any more details about it. That's all you get. It was one of those I brushed across it real quick.
Right. Have you seen where Trump, all the pictures coming out of Louisiana, has come out with Trump Force, which would be his airplane where he's taking it to Louisiana, had it completely redone, and made the hint on Twitter, not Twitter, but Social Truth, that it will be taken to the air before long. And he goes, well, maybe before 22. He always
likes to play. Yeah, because I think he's smart in that, because just like before, he doesn't want to throw it out there unless he knows he's going to win. He doesn't want to do anything unless he knows he's in at least a pretty good shot to win. Don't you agree?
I agree with you on that.
That's what's made him successful.
So
I just know who's not going to win. Who's not going to be back in?
Yeah,
I mean, does he even know there's an election?
Yeah, it's a shame that
Coming up?
this Truth Social thing, you can't get it on anything I have. I can't use it on my computer. I don't have an iPhone, so I can't use it.
Oh, you
use it there.
can't?
No,
It's social truth.
Yeah, and
Truth
I've
Social.
got
Truth
it on
Social.
my phone, and the
Truth
fact
Social.
that I can't use it on my computer, I don't use it.
I have it on my phone, but I forget about it.
Yeah,
I just did it whenever everybody talked about it, and I had to wait to get in, and then all of a sudden I got in. But I'm just all about some Twitter. I don't care if they're
Yeah,
bots.
I
There's
have
some good
to-
fights going on Twitter. I like
exactly. I have to rely on screenshots of Truth Social on Twitter to get my feed of what
Because you don't have
Big
a phone
Bad
to pick it
Don.
up.
it. What a sad day.
I know.
I mean,
which
awful.
is sad because Big Bad Don, he was the king of Twitter. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Unironically, I think the reason why they didn't want him off of there is because he was like the template of how to use that
I mean, that's the only
website.
reason I use Twitter.
Yeah,
I mean, I've had it forever, but when I really started using it is when Donald Trump started with his stuff.
I mean, God,
And,
yelling at all the celebrities and telling people
he would
who to
say
date who.
whatever,
I mean, it
but
was
you know,
fun.
you can say what you want, but most of us were thinking the exact same.
That's
thing.
true. Don just was brave enough to say it. Let's head over to, our friends at Godwin Cleaning Services, and they do this every day. They're somewhere in Mississippi or Alabama right now taking care of folks, from cleaning hospitals to as simple as getting your roof done. They got a lot of that vinyl siding on a home made simple. There's nothing worse because you walk outside and all of a sudden your house is green. It seems like it happened overnight, but it's over a period of a couple of years. This will happen to your house. They can get you up on a program to where they come by once every year, maybe they do it twice a year or quarterly, and clean your house, your roof, whatever the case is, to get it looking perfect. Here's an example of a roof that was faded, and look now, it looks all better. Slate roofs, shingle roofs, all of that. 253-8262 is the number to call from a driveway. That's night and day. There's no other way to word that. They can get that done in no time at all. They even do windows there. You'll find that downtown Meridian across from the church. We've got a lot of them that get their decks done, even the steps. That gets slippery when you get a little moisty air outside during the rain. See them, they'll help you out from a scoreboard to a billboard. They've got it. Godwin Cleaning Services. Get on a schedule today. Honest folks, 601-253-8262. Visit with them today. They'll help you out.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
If you're getting ready to purchase land, make sure you have it surveyed. Contact our friends at the Woodlands Group. Maybe you're selling land, dividing land up. Whatever the case is, the Woodlands Group can help you there. They handle residential and commercial clients. And again, they specialize in property line location, site plans, and a whole lot more. Maybe you have a...
What do we have?
And welcome back.
Hey, we need to address something that we made a mistake on. Dale Earnhardt Sr., not Junior behind you.
Yeah, I should have looked at that signature. It did not say Junior down there.
What a horrible mistake we have made.
I may have said it.
I just want to say real quick,
What?
I've enjoyed it. I truly have. I'm glad I came in and
Well,
talked
thank you.
with you this week.
Appreciate it. It has been
Can't
fun.
wait for Candace to come back.
Come on back, girl.
Come on, get on back.
All right, the weekend is officially beginning now. We can't say thank you enough. Dylan, thank you for coming in this week, helping us.
Sure.
All right, we're going to return to regular programming here at Fox here in just a moment. Again, thank you. We'll be here through all the weekend. Find us on YouTube. You can find us also on Facebook. Scotty Ray Report. Thank y'all. We'll see you Monday.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.